And here we go! Hello there, thanks for joining me. I am AVStoryteller and this is my Let's Play Dragon Age Origins. Thanks for joining me again. Okay, we rejoined Kassie, Alistair and Roach within the Tower of Ishar. We are on the 3rd floor. We are here in order to light the beacons that will inform the Teo Logain's troops to flank the Darkspawn. Hopefully win us this battle at Ostagar. I think we're about ready to head off. Had a quick look through my inventory, which is chock-a-block at the moment. Can't find any better equipment yet. Had a quick look at the skills, talents, and I think we're about to just head in.
We need to get to the beacon. The king needs Logain to charge.
Okay, let's head off then. Let's go! I forgot about this. Awesome. Right, okay. Make sure everyone's got their assignments. You're up. Do that. Flame weapons are up. Put your shield up. Right, weakness. Make that happen. Wow, that took a lot of damage off Alistair. Leave! You! Oh dear. Oh dear. Charge? Ooh! Spread out! Just keep shooting him, I guess. No, which part of spread out did you not understand? Get out of here.
There's so many.
Oh, he's got a fixation for me. Okay, so can you heal up? You heal up. Kill him a lot. And if he just wants to chase me, that's fine. It's ridiculous, but I'll take it. Come on! I'm getting tired and dizzy. Oh right, okay, now you changed. Pin him. Oh, I really would like your paralyzed to work now. Mr. Insufficient mana. Arcane shield protects the shield incoming attack. Okay, I don't think we need that then. You can start running.
Right then.
Stop missing, Kassie. It's making me look bad. Lightning strike. Right, he's after me again. Oh, he's going down. He's going down. Nice finish. Stop showing off. Yeah, but how about that running, eh?
The beacon is over here. We've surely missed the signal. Let's light it quickly before it's too late.
Le beacon. What's this? Oh, a gift, a tribal necklace of sun-bleached teeth and bones. No idea. Morrigan, perhaps? What do you think about sun-bleached teeth, Alistair? No particular reason. That's not the beacon, that's a fireplace.
Sound the retreat.
But what about the king? Should we not...
Do as I command.
Right, all of you, let's move.
Ah, your eyes finally open. Mother shall be pleased.
What? What? What happened to the Darkspawn?
You were injured, and then Mother rescued you. Do you not remember?
You rescued me, you mean from the tower?
Mother managed to save you and your friend, though 'twas a close call. What is important is that you both live. The man who was to respond to your signal quit the field. The Darkspawn won your battle. Those he abandoned were massacred. Your friend, he is not taking it well.
My friend? Oh, you mean Alistair?
The suspicious dim-witted one who was with you before. Yes. He is outside by the fire. Mother asked to see you when you awoke.
Let's see. Were my injuries severe?
Yes, but I expect you shall be fine. The Darkspawn did nothing Mother could not heal.
A helpful person to know. Why don't your mother... Why does your mother want to see me?
I do not know. She rarely tells me her plans.
I love her eyes. They're amazing. I have some questions if you don't mind.
I do not mind. Take your time.
Like, where are my clothes? That would be a good question to start with. Are we safe here? Where the Darkspawn? Why did your mother save us? How did she manage to rescue us exactly?
She turned into a giant bird and plucked the two of you from atop the tower, one in each talon. If you do not believe that tale, then I suggest you ask Mother yourself. She may even tell you.
Why then?
I wonder at that myself. But she tells me nothing. Perhaps you were the only ones she could reach. I would have rescued your king. A king would be worth a much higher ransom than you.
Huh. Coin is... Let's find out what our motivations are. Coin is important to you? Out here?
Who says I would ransom for coin? Gold has its uses, I suppose, but power buys far more.
Are we safe? What about the Darkspawn?
We are safe, for the moment. Mother's magic keeps the Darkspawn away. Once you leave, 'tis uncertain what will happen. The Horde has moved on, so you might avoid it.
The way she described them as a horde there just makes me think of them as a giant zombie horde. Probably not too far from the truth. Mindless horde. I think I've asked enough questions. Are there other survivors? No, I think I've asked enough.
I agree. 'Tis time you speak with Mother, then be on your way.
Oh, Insti-dressed. Last of the Warden. Achievement unlocked. Where do I see achievements? Is that just a Steam thing? Or is this something actually within the game? Ooh. Right, okay. There you go then. That's everything I've got running at the moment. Should you be interested? Ah, that's an official one. Right, okay. I must admit, I was like, what's that? Books, characters, cultures, magic, creatures. I'm looking for the achievements. Would it be... No. Right, no current quest. Let's go out. Do you mind if I rifle through all your stuff? Thanks.
It shall be done.
Key required. Let's have a look at this place. I wish there was a first person view. That's a funny shaped skull. That's not pony. Some very haphazard reading going on here. So you both live here, but there's one bed, right? Or do you just curl up by the fire? I'm just asking.
It is big.
King Killing. Oh, too quick.
See, here is your fellow Grey Warden.
Roach.
You worry too much, young man.
You're alive. I thought you were dead for sure.
You find I'm full of surprises. I'm not thanks to Morrigan's mother. Morrigan's mother. I keep calling her Morgana. Morgana. I think she was a witch from the King Arthurian legends. Anyway. You're going to be left alone. I'm fine, I appreciate your concern. I'll use that one. I appreciate your concerns.
Oh, this doesn't seem real. If it weren't for Morrigan's mother, we'd be dead on top of that tower.
Do not talk about me as if I am not present, lad.
I didn't mean... But what do we call you? You've never told us your name?
Names are pretty, but useless. The chastened folk call me Flemeth. I suppose it will do.
The Flemeth? From the legends? Daveth was right. You're the Witch of the Wilds, aren't you?
And what does that mean? I know a bit of magic, and it has served you both well, has it not?
What we need is to do something now. So why did you save us? If you're Flemish, you must be very old and powerful. Okay, I guess I know some of the story of her then. We can't be safe here. Where are all the Darkspawn? I suppose we should... No, that's not going to be an option. Yes, if you're Flemish, you must be very old and powerful.
Must I? Age and power are relative. It depends on who is asking. Compared to you, yes, on both counts.
Then why didn't you save Duncan? He was our leader.
I am sorry for your Duncan, but your grief must come later. In the dark shadows before you take vengeance, as my mother once said. Duty must come now. It has always been the Grey Warden's duty to unite the lands against the Blight. Or did that change when I wasn't looking?
The land is hardly united, thanks to Logain. If it was just me and her, I would say that, but I don't want to say that in front of Alistair. Let's get a comment for that land is hardly united, thanks to Logain.
That doesn't make any sense. Why would he do it?
Now that is a good question. Men's hearts hold shadows darker than any tainted creature. Perhaps he believes the Blight is an army he can outmaneuver. Perhaps he does not see that the evil behind it is the true threat.
The archdemon.
What is this archdemon exactly? Alistair is the real Grey Warden here, not me. Will you help us fight this Blight? We should contact the rest of the Grey Warden. What could the Turn hope to gain by betraying the king? That's my kind of question. What could the Turn hope to gain by betraying the king?
The throne? He's the Queen's father. Still, I can't see how he'll get away with murder.
You speak as if he would be the first king to gain his throne that way. Grow up, boy.
If Al-Eamon knew what he did, he would never stand for it. The Landsmeet would never stand for it. There would be civil war.
Al-Eamon? The Arl of Redcliffe?
I suppose. Al-Eamon wasn't at Ostagar. He still has all his men. And he was Kaelin's uncle. I know him. He's a good man, respected in the Landsmeet. Of course, we could go to Redcliffe and appeal to him for help.
Keep in mind that Logain was also an honourable man. Everyone will see the danger the Blight poses and say it doesn't help us. What then? Well, no. Then we'll reconsider it. Yeah. Cassie's mind drifts to the darker parts. Keep in mind that Logain was also an honourable man.
The Owl would never do what Tairn Logain did. I know him too well. I still don't know if Al-Eamon's help would be enough. He can't defeat the Darkspawn Horde by himself.
Yeah, all these answers seem to be towards, yes, it's our responsibility to do this. Then there's nothing else we can do, then, is there?
No, I can't accept that. We can't just give up.
You have more at your disposal than you think.
Of course! The treaties. Grey Wardens can demand aid from dwarves, elves, mages, and other places. They're obligated to help us during a blight.
I may be old, but dwarves, elves, mages, this Al-Eamon, and who knows what else. This sounds like an army to me.
So can we do this? Go to Redcliffe and these other places and build an army?
Well, that depends. What's in it for me? Apart from obviously staying alive as the Blight wiped out every single one on the continent. But take a step down from that. What immediately is in it for me? Why not? Isn't the Grey Warden to do? As long as there's some... Whoa, let's not get ahead of ourselves. That's what I'm thinking, not what I'm saying. Whoa, let's not get ahead of ourselves. I doubt it would be as easy as that. Okay. Let's massage his ego a bit. Why not? Isn't that what Grey Wardens do?
So you are set then, ready to be Grey Wardens.
Don't worry, Alistair, this pretty lady will save you from your crisis of confidence. Well, as ready as we'll ever be. I'll be happy with just staying alive. Don't suppose you could offer any more help? Thanks. Thank you for everything. We're going, old woman, don't push it. Let's see if we can get any more help from you. I don't suppose you could offer any more help?
Now that you mention it, I do have one more thing to offer.
The stew is bubbling, Mother dear. Shall we have 2 guests for the eve, or none?
The Grey Wardens are leaving shortly, girl. And you will be joining them.
Such a shame. What?
You heard me, girl. The last time I looked, you had ears.
I think that's an excellent idea. What makes you think we want her? Thank you, but Morgana doesn't wish to join us.
Her magic will be useful. Even better,
keep calling her
she
Morgana.
knows
Do
the wilds
apologise.
and how to get past the Horde.
Have I no say in this?
You have been itching to get out of the wilds for years. Here is your chance. As for you, Wardens, consider this repayment for your lives.
Ah, it seems that everyone is being forced to do what they don't want to do at the moment. Join our club. Very well, we'll take her with us. For this, your idea alone, she had better be as useful as you say. Yes, that was... well, was this your idea all along?
Pardon me, but I had the impression that you two needed assistance, whatever the form.
Not to look a gift horse in the mouth, but won't this add to our problems? Out of the wilds, she's an apostate.
If you do not wish help from us illegal mages, young man, perhaps I should have left you on that tower.
Point taken.
Mother, this is not how I wanted this. I'm not even ready.
You must be ready. Alone, these two must unite for Eldon against the Darkspawn. They need you, Morrigan. Without you, they will surely fail, and all will perish under the Blight. Even I.
I understand.
And you, Wardens, do you understand? I give you that which I value above all in this world. I do this because you must succeed.
Oh, I understand. I understand more than you know.
Allow me to get my things, if you please. I am at your disposal,
Must have been
Grey
very
Warden.
small things you've
I
got.
suggest a village north of the wilds as our first destination. 'Tis not far, and you will find much you need there. Or, if you prefer, I shall simply be your silent guide. The choice is yours.
I have no problem with your pretty fellow said doesn't. Actually, I have some questions.
I may have answers. Ask.
Did your girlfriend knit you that top? That's lovely. Are you really Flemeth's daughter?
'Twas she who raised me, and thus I consider her my mother, born from her womb or not. 'Tis what you meant, yes?
Just difficult to imagine her. I'm just wondering her age. Just going to stare. Yeah. Yeah.
Young? Married? Pregnant? Who said she was any of these things? I certainly did not.
Have you never been outside the wilds? Tell me about the village. No. How are we going to get past the Darkspawn? What skills do you have exactly? Well, I can find that out later. Have you never been outside the wilds?
From time to time. I have been to the village I mentioned, watched its people, and pondered what curious beings they are. On occasion, I purchased goods from the village merchants. There I spoke with men a little. There they stared and knew me as an outsider. Mother wishes for me to expand the horizon of my experience beyond the wilds. Even she was not born here.
And is that what you want?
What I want is to see mountains. I wish to witness the ocean and step into its waters. I want to experience a city rather than see it in my mind. So, yes, this is what I want. Actually, leaving is harder than I thought, however. Perhaps Mother is right. It must simply be done quickly.
Tell me about this village to the north.
'Tis a small place of little consequence called Lothering. No more than a stop along your Imperial Highway where travellers purchase goods from local farms and smiths. I would go more often were it not for the town's chantry. It makes the village particularly intolerant and unpleasant for a stranger such as me.
A chantry? And they never in all this time thought that maybe you were a witch?
Of course they have. They even called out their Templars once. They found nothing.
Is there any reason to go to Lothering then?
I mention it for its tavern, where travellers gather with news from other places. 'Tis small enough that our appearance might go unnoticed. Beyond that, 'tis close, and I know the way.
And how are we going to get past the Darkspawn? Exactly.
The real question is how we are going to get your friend past the Darkspawn, is it not?
That's true. We can sense the Darkspawn. Conversely, they can sense us.
I don't sense any Darkspawn.
You won't right away. No. It takes time. We should be able to sneak past smaller groups, but larger ones, or particularly intelligent Darkspawn, will always detect us.
Mother has given me something else for them to smell instead as we pass by. 'Tis important we head out of the wilds, however, not farther in.
The Darkspawn that come farther in the forest?
They come from underground, like an eruption. They broke through deep within the forest, and that is where they will be most concentrated.
Well, while we've got this question, what are your skills exactly?
I know a few spells, though I am nowhere near as powerful as Mother. I have also studied history and your Grey Warden treaties.
Can you cook?
I can cook, yes.
Then you can be a substitute for Alistair. I hope your stew's better.
Right, my cooking will kill us. That's all I meant.
I also know at least 15 different poisons that grow right here in this marsh. Not that I would suggest 'tis at all related to cooking.
15, right, I only counted 12. Right. Okay, we've got much to discuss then. I have no more questions.
Farewell, Mother. Do not forget the stew on the fire. I would hate to return to a burned-down hut.
Bah! 'Tis far more likely you will return to see this entire area, along with my hut, swallowed up by the blight.
All I meant was...
Yes, I know. Do try to have fun, dear.
The Isle of Redcliffe. Okay, let's have a look. Seek out Al Eamon. Alistair thinks that you should seek the help of Al Gurin, the Earl of Redcliffe. Al Edmund is a highly respected noble and has a great deal of influence in the Landsmeet. Alistair believes that he will certainly aid you once he learns about Logain's betrayal. A paragon of her kind. Gain Ozamar's aid in battling the Blight. You need to travel deep underground to the fabled dwarven city of Ozamar to earn the trust of her king, the dwarven troops for your army. Okay, nature of the beast. Gain the cooperation of the Dalish clans, the wandering Dalish elves. If brought together, are forced to be reckoned with. While they remain suspicious of outsiders, they will still honour the old Grey Warden's treaty. Go to the Dalish elves and seek their help to fight the Blight and the Broken Circle. Gather the mages of Circle for your army. The Circle of Magi is a group of powerful mages. If you can enlist their help, they will prove formidable against the Darkspawn. The Circle Tower is situated on Lake Galahad. Right. Excellent. So let's have a quick check of the map here and the inventory. Let's have a look at characters here. So, Morrigan, what have we got? Magic Staff of Steel. Damage 4.8. Morgana's robes. Wildstone Clasp. Amulet Restriction Morrigan. Willpower, Mental Resistance. Can I stick a ridiculous helmet on you? I can! Welcome to the team. Oh great, she's not wearing it. That's phenomenal. Okay, so you get the protection but not the ridiculous helmet hair. Excellent. Right. Sort by type, so put that on and then we can compare. Well, it's already better. Oh, actually, defense of 6. think that's going to be the better of the two. That gives her magic and cold damage. Probably for the best. I don't know whether or not I should put armor on her. Fatigue 7%. And that affects the percentage of mana cost. Oh, speaking of which, what have we got down here? Winter's Grasp. Drain life. Disorient. I'm looking for sustained abilities. Vulnerability Hex. Spider Shape. Okay, not quite what I had in mind. Horror. Mind Blast. Lightning we've come across. Frost Weapons. While this mode is active, the caster enchants and party weapon with frost so that we deal additional cold damage. Herbalism. Ooh, so could you be our potion maker then? Put that over there so I don't click it by accident. Recognize that symbol. That must be one I've used a lot of times. Caster creates a sinister bond with the target, draining its life energy in order to heal the caster. Ooh, that sounds good. A little self-heal thing going on there. That takes 20, 20, 20, 40. The caster form that forces the target to cower in fear, unable to move unless it passes a mental resistance check. Target already asleep when the spell is cast cannot resist the effects and takes massive spirit damage. Huh, interesting. Vulnerability Hex. The target suffers a hex that inflicts penalties of cold resistance, electrical resistance, fire, nature, and spirit. Disoriented. I'm kind of looking for something that affects more than one person at the moment. Disorientates the target for a short time. Okay. Right. And just checking stuff. Sell them as soon as I get the chance. There. There. Okay, I think it's time to make a move. Do I have any more dialogue?
What do you need?
Do you want to talk about Duncan?
You don't have to do that. I know you didn't know him as long as I did.
Ooh. Yeah. Right, taking it from Cassie's point of view, she wants to get on everyone's good side. Not because she's a nice person, because it means I'm more likely to do what she wants. That doesn't mean I don't mourn his loss.
I should have handled it better. Duncan warned me right from the beginning that this could happen. Any of us could die in battle. I shouldn't have lost it, not when so much is riding on us, not with the blight and everything. I'm sorry.
There's no need to apologize.
I'd like to have a proper funeral for him. Maybe once this is all done, if we're still alive. I don't think he had any family to speak of.
He had you.
I suppose he did. It probably sounds stupid, but part of me wishes I was with him, in the battle. I feel like I abandoned him.
No, I understand completely.
Of course. I'd be dead then, wouldn't I? It's not like that would make him happier. I think he came from High Ever, or so he said. Maybe I'll go up there sometime. See about putting up something in his honor. I don't know. Have you had someone close to you die? Not that I mean to pry, I'm just...
Okay, Casey, how do we want to play this? I've lost enough to know what you're going through. My entire family was murdered just recently. Rather not talk about it. Yes, but I would have put it a bit more eloquently than that. Trying to make it sound a bit more vulnerable. So I don't know if that was deliberately worded like that. Or because they worded it because both a male or female player character could be used. I don't know. Yes, my entire family was murdered just recently.
Oh, of course. How stupid of me to forget. Here I am going on and on about Duncan, and you... I am so sorry. Thank you. Really, I mean it. It was good to talk about it, at least a little.
Maybe I'll go to Highever with you when you go.
I'd like that. So would he, I think.
Excellent. Ooh, we got a new level up. Let's have a quick word with Morrigan.
The time has come to leave the wilds. Do you not agree?
I'll be right with you once I've spent these skill points. Let's have a look at exactly what I need. 16 cunning. Right, I needed improved combat training as well in order to get these next levels. Arrow of slaying, critical shot, crippling shot, aim, defensive fire, master archer. So because I've got so many of them, do I want this? Fires a single arrow that automatically hits stunning attack and deals normal damage. The arrow then shatters, hitting any near. That sounds great. That does actually. Suppressing fire. When this mode is active, the archer's shot hamper foes with each arrow. Each arrow deals regular damage and also encumbers the target with a temporary penalty to attack. This penalty can be applied to multiple times. Deals regular damage. That sounds great. Wait, shatter shot. The archer fires a shot designed to open for each spot in the target's armor. The problem with archery is that they're all sound amazing. So hopefully that means whatever route you take is a good choice. Archer generates an automatic critical hit if the shot finds its target, though high level targets may be able to ignore the effect. The archer suffers reduced damage penetration for the time. Master archer adds an extra attack. The reason why I want that because I've just heard so many people say it's brilliant against Magi. That's why I want it. Right. Ooh, actually, beg your pardon. So, get that as well. What do I need for that? 23 decks. Okay, so that is what I was thinking of, getting that. And then that. So 23 decks. So I'm a bit off. So 1. Put 2 in there. 5 more to go. Skipping all cunning things this time around because I want improved combat training. And I want that and that. Can't get that just yet. Full set. I haven't come across a single lock yet that I need on level. Let's just have a quick read of the difference. All rogues have some understanding of open locks and spot and trap, but particularly dexterous hands and steady grip gives the character a bonus when picking locks or disarming trap. Character's cunning score also contributes to these skills. So are they making an invisible dice roll behind the scenes that I can't see? The rogue has taken to carrying a full set of implements designed to defeat trickier locks and spring traps without harm. The tool adds a further bonus when lock picking or disarming trap, which the character cunning score also affect. I'm getting the impression that there is a dice roll happening. Through practice and research, the rogue has become to possess an encyclopedic knowledge of devices designed to prevent entry. Knowing the right techniques for the job lends the rogue yet another bonus when dealing with locks or traps. The character cunning score also contributes, and Practice makes perfect. Only the most intricate lock or elaborate test gives the rogue pause at this level of mastery. The further bonus applies when lockpicking or disarming traps. The character's cunning score also I'll not pick it yet because I seem to be able to disarm everything and unlock everything I've come across. Probably because I've piled so many points into cunning. Once I find a lock I can pick, then I'll consider putting this up one. So I'll save it for the time being. Alistair, one in there. One in there, I'm thinking. Two in there, in fact. Character is highly experienced in combat and gains small bonuses to attack and arm and attack, while Beaver and Rogue gain access to top tier weapon talent. That just seems like a solid choice. Right. Now this is what I'm not sure of what to do. Heard good things about Wall Shield. And that's a sustained effect. Let's get that. Let's make that happen. So that is shield defense. So it's talents I want. Roach, Alistair. Alright, okay, it's automatically assigned there. Good. Just shuffle everything up one. So let's quickly just... Can we get to tactics here? Being attacked by range, self, any... Just basically turn that on every single chance you get and just keep it on, I think is the way forward. This mode is active, the character drops into a defensive stance that favours the shield, gaining a bonus to defense and an increased chance to shook off missile attacks. By taking a penalty to attacks with shield balance, the attack penalty is reduced. The shield XP with shield expertise, the defense bonus increases, and with shield mastery, the defense bonus is increased further. Okay. Sounds pretty solid, and also less micromanagement because it just takes care of itself, which I like. Let's put in a cheeky little save here. Okay, Mora, you're our scout. Which way do we go? Oh, thought there was going to be a cutscene. You must gather your party before venturing forth. Ooh, big map! So, the edge of the Brazilian forest, the dangers of which are well recorded in the local legend. That's where we're going to. Lothring, a small town just off the Imperial Highway and the edge of the hinterlands. Camp, excellent. Redcliffe Castle, docks, Circle Tower, Sulch's Pass. Now, that DLC content I downloaded mentioned this. Although the route is more treacherous than Gerland's Pass to the north, Sulch's Pass can shave more than 2 days travel off the journey to Orlace. A range of dramatic peaks that stretch across western Ferelden, forming a natural border with Orlace. Right, I'm going to camp first, just in case we get any special dialogue. Demons primarily come in 5 varieties. Cool. Hi, Roach!
Oh, why, you little...
Did you just jump at the sight of your own shadow again? What?
Your furry friend here took offence at me getting near his food. He snapped at me, look.
You still have your fingers? That means he likes you. It was just a warning. He could have taken a hand off. Good boy, teach Cecilia a little lesson. Bad dog. Not very nice. Well, he is a war dog. There's hardly any blood drawn. Still, he shouldn't have.
Sometimes I forget that he's a war dog. That'll teach me.
Any more?
I once heard a really old legend about how the hound warriors in the days of the old tribes would feed their Mabari the flesh of the vanquished. Well, that's what I heard anyway. It would sometimes be human flesh. Oh, like you can tell the difference. For all you know, maybe you've already been fed something. Someone.
Don't listen to Arthur, he's full of rubbish. If you had it and didn't know it, it probably was tasty. I'd never feed you another human being.
It's not cannibalism if he's eating it, you know.
Yeah, you only get the first one.
Look at what your fool dog placed in my pack.
Look at that tail
A
go.
putrid, half-eaten hare is not something a woman wants to find in her unmentionables.
It's the thought that count. He means well. Can't be thinking that must normally go. I think you need more meat on your bones. Why doesn't he share his food with me? It's a thought that counts. He means well. No. 3.
I think I have enough meat where it counts, and I certainly don't need it in my pack. The dirty mongrel can have this back. There. And tell him not to do it again.
You heard the lady with a gift. You can't just throw it away like that. You heard the lady.
I don't want it, you worthless fur bag.
Ah, you're a mean lady. The dog is too smart for his own good. That dog is too smart for his own good.
He is certainly manipulative, I can tell. I do it too.
Do you hear that, Roach? She put half-eaten animals in other people's packs. Huh. You wouldn't think of it looking at her. Trying to find a way through the earth, are we? Stop that. You're making a mess. Bark. Bad dog. Trying to find a way through the earth, are we? You got a bone. It's going to take some time, you know. Oh, don't be silly. You just mess up the campsite. It's going to take some time. Oh, to live a dog's life. Well, good luck with that. Phenomenal. Right.
What do you need?
I'd like to ask you something.
Ask away.
What can a Templar do exactly? Tell me about the Grey Warden. So how did you become a Grey Warden? So you said that the armor made... Let's start at the top.
Essentially, they're trained to fight. The Chantry would tell you that the Templars exist simply to defend. But don't let them fool you. They're an army. The other main purpose for a Templar is, of course, to hunt mages. To that end, we train in talents that drain mana and disrupt spells.
So, have you hunted many mages?
No, I never actually became a full Templar. Duncan recruited me before I took my vows. I was only present during one harrowing. The ritual that they test the mages with. It's not unlike our joining, really. And just as deadly. The girl they tested, she had a demon put inside her to see if she could resist. And she couldn't. We had to end it quickly. I have to say I didn't have much interest in becoming a Templar after that.
Seems like the Templars could run the Chantry.
You'd think that, but it's not so. The Chantry keeps a close rein on its Templars. We are given lyrium to help develop our magical talents, you see. Which means we become addicted. And since the Chantry controls the lyrium trade with the dwarves, well, I'm sure you can put 2 and 2 together.
Right, okay, that sounds like an excellent method of control, doesn't it, Kassie? Yes, it does. So it does also making people tranquil. Excellent. But that's not what we're going to see, is it? No, no, it's not. That's horrible. I can't believe they would do that.
Well, they do it, and they feel perfectly justified. You don't need lyrium in order to learn the Templar talents. Lyrium just makes Templars' talents more effective, or so I was told. Maybe it doesn't even do that. The Chantry usually doesn't let their Templars get away either, so they can spread their secrets. I'm a bit of an exception. Lucky me.
Oh, I got one approval. Awesome. Where does approval show? Pass. Oh, yes. Neutral. Party members' approval changes based on plot decisions on gifts. High approval provides combat bonuses and possible romance options, while low approval may lead a party member to desert you. Okay. So 0 neutral and 11 neutral. Okay. And Roach. 100. Party member approval changes based on what? Yeah, blah blah blah. Okay. Phenomenal. Let's have another chat.
What do you need?
I'd like to ask you something.
Ask away.
Can you teach others to be a Templar?
I suppose I could. But I really would rather not. When the Grand Cleric let Duncan recruit me, she made me swear never to reveal Templar secrets outside of the Chantry. I'd rather not go back on my word.
Well, I don't want to learn frontline abilities anyway, so I'll not press it. I'm not ordering, but I'll say, you're a man of honor, I'll respect your word.
Ask me later, perhaps. Maybe I'll change my mind. This is not something small you're asking, after all.
Oh, and another one.
What
This
do
is
you need?
easy! Great
Ask
dialogue,
away.
Kig. Don't get cocky. Tell me about the Grey Wardens.
Such as they are.
Okay, where are the nearest Grey Wardens from here? Is there a headquarters somewhere? Like Grey Quarters? I'm just curious. What would happen now that there's just 2 of us? It's like, what would happen now? Now there's just 2 of us. Will we need to start rebuilding the order? What would happen if we just left? Okay, start at the top.
That's a good question. There's plenty in Orlais, but who knows where they might be found. And the nearest Orlesian city is weeks away. If we go north and cross the sea, there's bound to be some in the Free Marches. Again, however, I just don't know where. I don't know anything about Grey Wardens in other lands.
Right, the 3 marches. Right, okay. There must be a headquarters somewhere.
Here in Ferelden, there's our compound in Denerim at the palace, but that's it. Loghain will have control over that and be watching it, no doubt. Beyond that, the only place I know of is Weishaupt Fortress. That's the headquarters of all Grey Wardens in the Anderfells, 1,000 miles from here. But I've no idea how to even contact them. So unless we try to get back to the compound in Denerim, I suppose the answer is no. There's nowhere for us to go.
So what happens now? There's just me and you.
I imagine that eventually the Grey Wardens outside of Ferelden will wonder what's happened. Why there's no contact from Duncan or someone. They'll send someone eventually. Though who knows what Loghain's people in Denerim will tell them. Maybe they won't send anyone. We could try to contact them. But that would mean leaving Ferelden, and even if we did, they couldn't come back with us in time to stop the Blight. So that means whatever happens, it's up to us.
So we have to start rebuilding the order.
I mean, eventually we would have to use the joining to make more Grey Wardens, right? But I don't know how to do the joining, or what's involved. I know it involves lyrium and some other magic, and that it's really difficult to prepare, but that's it. Unless we can find out more about the joining, I guess we better get used to the idea that there might only be 2 of us for now. Until more come from elsewhere.
I'm just throwing a question out there. What would happen if we just left?
Just left? You mean just left Ferelden? I don't know. If there's an archdemon, however, we're supposed to be the only ones who can defeat it. And that means the blight would grow unchecked. Eventually, other Grey Wardens in Orlais and other lands would hear about it, and they would come to fight it, but they wouldn't come in time to save Ferelden. There's no way. I'm not going anywhere.
I have no more questions.
About the Grey Wardens, anyhow. Fair enough. What do you need?
Let's go
Ask
through
away.
the rest of them. So how did you become a Grey Warden?
Same way you did. You drink some blood, you choke on it, and pass out. You haven't forgotten already, have you?
Very funny.
I do my best. What can I say? Let's see, I was in the Chantry before. I trained for many years to become a Templar, in fact. That's where I learned most of my skills.
You don't seem like the religious sort.
You're telling me I was banished to the kitchens to scour the pots more times than I can count. And that's a lot. I can count pretty high. The Grand Cleric
He's a
didn't want
clever
to let
boy,
me go. Duncan was forced to conscript me, actually, and was she ever furious when he did. I thought she was going to have us both arrested. I was lucky.
You think Duncan took pity on you? No, he's made that perfectly clear that he doesn't take pity. You're not here by charity, Alistair. He thinks this is better than being a Templar. Why did the Grand Cleric want to keep you?
I wondered that myself. It's not as if she valued me highly. I think she just didn't want to give anything to the Grey Wardens, is all.
Oh, she didn't like
Chantry
washing
didn't
up.
lose much. And I think I can do more fighting the Blight anyhow, rather than sitting in a temple somewhere. I'll always be thankful to Duncan for recruiting me. If it hadn't been for him, you know, I wouldn't have.
He was a good man, Alistair.
He was. A good man who didn't deserve his fate. That much I'm sure of. Come on, let's go. I think I'm done talking.
No, not while I'm still getting approval.
What
You're
do you
gonna sing like a songbird.
Ask away.
So you said this Earl Eamons raised you.
Did I say that? I meant that dogs raised me.
Giant slobbering dogs.
From the Anderfells. A whole pack of them, in fact.
Really? Were they swooping in by any chance? That's not what I remember you telling Flemeth. Well, that would explain this. Yeah, if you make a joke, let's make a joke back.
Well, it wasn't until I was 8 that I discovered you didn't have to lick yourself clean. Old habits die hard, you know.
So to the Horde of Darkspawn, I'm told. I thought the Chantry would have beaten that out of you. Slobbering dogs, I see. That would explain the breath as well.
And my table manners too. Though, come to think of it, they weren't all that different from the other Templars. Or did I dream all of that? Funny the dreams you'll have when you sleep on the cold, hard ground, isn't it? Are you having strange dreams?
The only one where the world is threatened by Darkspawn, yes, they're all involved with strangling you. The only ones we're making mad love. Oh yeah, let's just throw that flirt out there.
I think I completely lost my chain of thought. Oh, there it is. Let's see, how do I explain this? I'm a bastard. And before you make any smart comments, I mean the fatherless kind. My mother was a serving girl in Redcliffe Castle who died when I was very young. Eamon wasn't my father, but he took me in anyhow and put a roof over my head. He was good to me, and he didn't have to be. I respect the man, and I don't blame him anymore for sending me off to the Chantry once I was old enough.
But you blamed him, and I take it wasn't your father. Do you know who is? Why did he send you off to the Chantry?
Eamon eventually married a young woman from Orlais, which caused all sorts of problems between him and the king because it was so soon after the war. But he loved her. Anyhow, then you, Arlessa, resented the rumours which pegged me as his bastard. They weren't true, but of course they existed. The Arl didn't care, but she did. So off I was packed to the nearest monastery at age 10. Just as well. The Arlessa made sure the castle wasn't a home to me by that point. She despised me.
Right. That's an awful thing to do to a child.
Maybe. She felt threatened by my presence, I can see that now. I can't say I blame her. She wondered if the rumors were true herself, I bet. I remember I had an amulet with Andraste's holy symbol on it. The only thing I had of my mother's. I was so furious at being sent away, I tore it off and threw it at the wall and it shattered.
Oh dear.
Stupid, stupid thing to do. The Isle came by the monastery a few times to see how I was, but I was stubborn. I hated it there, and blamed him for everything. And eventually, he just stopped coming.
You were young, Alistair. Yeah.
And raised by dogs.
Don't forget that.
Or I may as well have been, the way I acted.
Slobbering ones.
But maybe all young bastards act like that. I don't know. All I know is that the Arl is a good man, and well loved by the people. He also was King Caelan's uncle, so he has a personal motivation to see Loghain pay for what he did. Anyway, that's really all there is to the story.
Oh, +6 and a codex update. Let's see. King Caelan, right? Okay. No. Right. Let's have a quick scan through this. And ability does not exist without obligation. We all we have, even our lives, to our land and our people. As the maternal uncle of King Caelan, Earl Eamon is one of the king's most trusted advisors. Redcliffe, while not a large or especially wealthy part of Ferelden, is a critical strategic location. The fortress guides the western path that leads to Orlais, as well as the major trade route with Othermar. As well, a well-respected man, though not the most charismatic. King Caelan once said of him, "My uncle Eamon is a man everyone thinks well of, when they remember to think of him at all." Okay. Whoa. Book. Right. Pause the video and read. I will do the same myself later, I think. Excellent. Right. I really want to speak to Morrigan. Let's do this. Oh, let's have a quick check of that. So what we've got. Neutral.
What do you wish of me?
I'd like to ask you something.
If you must.
How did you become a shape changer? She never mentioned that. Okay, but here we go. Sometimes dialogue does funny things. Have you ever been hunted by the Chantry? Is that really what she seems to be? Let's start at the top. How did you become a shape changer?
I was not born such. 'Tis a skill of Flemeth's, taught over many years in the wilds. The chastened have tales of we witches, saying that we assume the forms of creatures to watch them from hiding. When a child is alone and separate from his tribe, that is when we strike, dragging the young boy kicking and screaming to our lair to be devoured. A most amusing legend.
That does sound like something you do, but just a legend. Your mother has been doing this for a long time then?
Changing her form, certainly. Devouring lost children, I cannot say. She has not done it in my experience, though in truth my lifespan is but a fraction of her own. Why do you ask? Is there something specific you wish to know?
How old is she exactly? Spent a lot of time as an animal, never heard of magic like that. Can you change into other human forms as well?
The form of an animal is different from my own. One may study the creature, learn to move as it does, think as it does. In time, this allows one to become as it is. I gain nothing by studying another human. I already am the same as they are. I learn nothing. So the answer is no, my human form is the only one I possess.
Oh well, no one's perfect. Can anyone become a shape changer? Do you spend a lot of time with that animal? I've never heard him. Do you spend a lot of time with an animal?
There were nights when the wilds called to me. 'Tis true. You look upon the world around you and you think you know it well. I have smelled it as a wolf, listened as a cat, prowled shadows that you never dreamed existed. But my life is as a human. I am under no illusions to the contrary.
And what do other animals think of you when you changed?
They do not shy away from me. To their senses, I believe I seem like any other of their species. As to what they think, I truly cannot say. Just as I am still human, no matter my form, they are still animals. Thus they cannot speak, even were I to ask.
And can anyone become a shape-changer?
Anyone with sufficient will. But the act of transformation is a magical one. 'Tis a spell, and thus requires a mage's talents. If you had a notion to learn such a skill for yourself, sadly, you must remain disappointed.
I've never heard of magic like that before.
No? 'Tis not unheard of in the remote corners of the world. There are traditions of magic outside of the circle of magi, despite what those mages would have you believe. Some of these traditions are old, indeed, passed down as carefully guarded lore from one generation to the next. The zealots of the chantry would uproot all such practitioners if they could. But as luck have it, some still exist. My mother is such a one.
Yes, this seems to be the only positive option. That's good. Such tradition needs to be preserved.
I am surprised you think so. Still, 'tis a pleasant thing to hear.
Yeah, why should they have all the power? That's all I wanted to ask.
Indeed. Have you an opinion on my abilities, then? Am I an unnatural abomination to be put to the torch?
Oh, I like that one. Appeal to her aggressive nature. That would just make you angry, I think.
No doubt it would. But enough of such talk. Let us proceed, lest the dust gather on us.
2? Awesome.
What do you wish of me?
I would like to ask you something.
If you must.
It's like approval points. Got to catch them all. What can you teach us to become shapeshifter? Did you grow up in? Did you grow up in the Kakari Wilds?
Why do you ask me such questions? I do not probe you for pointless information, do I?
Not yet, but the night is still young. If you could, if you wanted to. You can probe me anytime. I'm curious. What's wrong with that? Fine. I'm curious. What's wrong with that?
Any number of cats could inform you of the answer to that question, but have it your way. What is it you asked? If I grew up in the wilds? A curious question. Where else would you picture me? For many years it was simply Flemeth and I. The wilds and its creatures were more real to me than Flemeth's tales of the world of man. In time I grew curious. I left the wilds to explore what lay beyond, never for long. Brief forays into a civilized wilderness.
But you kept going back to the wilds.
Would you not do the same? Your world is an unforgiving and cold place. The wilds I hail from is home to me, and I a natural denizen. For all that I had been taught, however, the truth of the civilized lands proved to be overwhelming. I was unfamiliar with so much. So confident and bold was I, yet there was much that Flemeth could never have prepared me for.
Wow, I want to keep and go through the rest of our dialogue options, but I've just become aware of the time. So, I'm going to make a stop to this episode here. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave me a comment. Give me some feedback. Let me think of what you think of the Let's Play so far. Any hints or tips, tactics, that would be greatly appreciated as well. Feel free to stick a like and subscribe. And I hope to see you in the next episode. So until then, take care of yourself, and goodbye for now. Bye-bye.